History is filled with strange, mind-blowing events that sound too bizarre to be real. From wars against animals to mysterious plagues, today we're counting down the top 10 bizarre historical events you won't believe happened. But beneath the surface of textbook accounts lie tales so strange, so unexpected that they challenge our very understanding of what's possible. Join me now as we delve into the annals of history to uncover these bizarre events, these fascinating anomalies that remind us that truth is often stranger than fiction. Our journey into the bizarre begins in the remote wilderness of Siberia. It's 1908, the early hours of the morning when the sky erupts in a blinding flash. The very ground trembles as if shaken by a primordial beast. This, my friends, is the Tunguska event. Over 800 square miles of Siberian forest flattened, millions of trees lying like matchsticks. The energy released, equivalent to 1,000 Hiroshima bombs, sent shockwaves that circled the globe twice. The prevailing theory points to a meteor exploding in the atmosphere. Despite the devastation, no crater has ever been found. The Tunguska event remains an enigma, a stark reminder of the immense power of the universe and the mysteries it holds. From the vastness of Siberia, we travel to Japan, 1945. Amidst the devastation, a story of remarkable survival emerges. This is the tale of Tsutomu Yamaguchi, a man who stared death in the face not once but twice, and lived to tell the tale. Yamaguchi, a young engineer, is on a business trip when the atomic bomb explodes in Hiroshima. Miraculously, he survives, his body bearing the scars of the blast. Badly injured but determined to return home, Yamaguchi boards a train to Nagasaki. As he recounts his harrowing experience to colleagues, fate takes another cruel twist. The sky above Nagasaki erupts in the same blinding flash. Yamaguchi survives again, forever marked by the events that would define a generation. The battlefields of World War II were a crucible of innovation, but amidst the tank battles and aerial bombardments, there emerged a different kind of warfare. This is the story of the Ghost Army. The Ghost Army was a unique unit of American soldiers tasked with deceiving the enemy through elaborate ruses. They used inflatable tanks, sound trucks mimicking entire divisions, and fake radio transmissions to create the impression of a much larger force. Picture this, a convoy of inflatable tanks rumbling towards the enemy lines. The Ghost Army's tactics were audacious and surprisingly effective. Their efforts saved countless lives by diverting enemy troops and resources away from real targets. Chapter 4. The Battle of the Frogs, when amphibians wage war. Our journey now takes us to the quaint town of Windham, Connecticut in the year 1754. Imagine a peaceful summer night shattered by a cacophony of croaks, splashes, and the panicked cries of townsfolk. The residents of Windham are jolted awake by an unholy racket emanating from a nearby pond. Thousands of frogs, their eyes gleaming in the moonlight, are locked in a frenzied struggle for dominance. The Battle of the Frogs serves as a humorous yet poignant reminder that even in the most unexpected corners of the natural world, battles for survival are waged. Chapter 5. The Exploding Whale, a misguided explosion of epic proportions. This is the story of the exploding whale, a tale of misguided intentions and blubber-fueled chaos. A massive sperm whale washes ashore on the Oregon coast in 1970. The stench is overwhelming and the local authorities are faced with a dilemma. How do you dispose of a creature of this magnitude? Their solution, though well-intentioned, would prove to be a spectacular miscalculation. They decided to blow it up. What followed was an explosion of epic blubber-soaked proportions. Chunks of whale blubber, some the size of small cars, were launched skyward, raining down on horrified onlookers and unsuspecting vehicles half a mile away. Chapter 6. The London Beer Flood, a sticky tragic deluge. This is the story of the London Beer Flood, a tale of sticky streets, drunken chaos, and unexpected tragedy. Imagine, if you will, the bustling streets of 19th century London. At the heart of it all stands the Mew & Company Brewery, home to a towering vat containing over 1.5 million liters of fermenting porter. On October 17, 1814, this brewing behemoth decides to make its presence known in the most dramatic way possible. The vat bursts, unleashing a torrent of beer onto the unsuspecting city below. A wave of sticky brown liquid surges through the streets, engulfing everything in its path. The flood is so powerful, so sudden, that it claims the lives of 8 people, including a pub worker enjoying a quiet afternoon pint. From the beer-soaked streets of London, we travel to the heart of France, where a different kind of battle is about to unfold. This is not a clash of empires or a struggle for global dominance, but a surprisingly one-sided encounter between a legendary military commander and a seemingly innocuous foe, the rabbit. Napoleon Bonaparte, the Emperor of France, meets his match in a horde of fluffy bunnies. The year is 1807. Napoleon, fresh from a string of military victories, decides to celebrate with a grand rabbit hunt. Thousands of domesticated rabbits are brought in, intended as easy prey for the emperor and his entourage. But as the rabbits are released, they converge on Napoleon and his men in a fluffy, twitching tidal wave. The sight of Napoleon, the conqueror of nations, retreating in the face of a rabbit onslaught must have been comical to say the least. Our journey through history's bizarre events now takes us to a time when the very seasons themselves seem to falter. The year is 1816, and across the globe, something is amiss. The skies are shrouded in a perpetual haze, the air is unusually cold, and a strange silence hangs over the land. This, my friends, is the year without a summer, a chilling reminder of nature's raw power. The culprit? Mount Tambora, a volcano in Indonesia, had erupted the previous year, spewing millions of tons of ash and sulfur dioxide into the atmosphere. This volcanic veil acted like a giant sunshade, reflecting sunlight back into space and disrupting global weather patterns. The consequences were devastating. Across Europe and North America, crops failed, leading to widespread famine and social unrest. It was as if the world itself was holding its breath, waiting for the sun to return. From the chilling cold of a year without summer, we journey to the bustling city of Strasbourg in the year 1518. This is the story of the Dancing Plague, a bizarre episode of mass hysteria that continues to baffle historians and medical experts to this day. It begins with a single woman, Frau Trophea, who suddenly feels an irresistible urge to dance. She twirls and sways in the street, her movements becoming increasingly erratic and uncontrolled. Soon, others begin to join her. One by one, people are seized by the same uncontrollable urge to dance. The dancing plague spreads like wildfire, engulfing the city in a frenzy of movement. Physicians are baffled, offering explanations ranging from demonic possession to overheated blood. The dancing plague, a bizarre and terrifying spectacle, leaves a trail of exhaustion, injury, and even death in its wake. Our final destination takes us to the vast, sun-scorched plains of Western Australia, where a conflict of truly avian proportions is about to unfold. This is the story of the Great Emu War, a struggle for dominance between man and bird that would become the stuff of legend. The year is 1932. Australia faces a new threat, a massive influx of emus, those large flightless birds known for their powerful legs. These feathered fiends, numbering in the thousands, descend upon farmland, devouring crops and wreaking havoc. Desperate times call for desperate measures, and the Australian government declares war on the emus. Armed with Lewis machine guns, a detachment of soldiers is dispatched to combat the avian invaders. The Great Emu War, a testament to the resilience of nature and the unpredictable consequences of human intervention, ends not with a bang, but with a whimper. From exploding whales to dancing plagues, history is full of surprises. These bizarre events remind us that the past is filled with wonder, mystery, and a healthy dose of the unexpected. Which of these bizarre events shocked you the most? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow our TikTok for even more unbelievable history. Link in bio. Until then, keep exploring, keep questioning, and never underestimate the power of a good story.